Coming up on today's show, Chef Mark Mastriner serves up some Easter delights. John Strong keeps us fit, and the Garth Fagan Dance Program spends some time on campus with their own Tanzan Dance Group. Stay tuned.
I like NCCC because it's saving me money before I go to a big four-year school. And being at such a small school, there's a lot of opportunities for leadership. I was president, co-president and vice president of Art Guild for a semester too. It was really fun. I've also worked at the bookstore on campus too, so it's really convenient and it's a fun time. You're finally going to find something you want to do, and I found that at NTRIP.
February was American Heart Month, and this year NCCC partnered with the American Heart Association in support of Go Red for Women and Hoops for Heart. The Physical Education Majors Club, men's and women's basketball teams, and the Student Nurses Association have come together in support of the American Heart Association. Our NCCC community celebrated by taking donations, offering free blood pressure checks, and playing some creative hoop games. Heart disease is the leading killer among men and women, and this was a great cause that students and staff of Niagara County Community College helped raise nearly $600 for. The Garth Fagan Dance Group's mission is to conduct cultural, educational, and charitable activities through the production of dance theater in the highest quality. The goal is to develop new works and develop future dancers and expand their audience base. The founder of the group, Garth Fagan, has choreographed for The Lion King, earning a Tony Award for Best Choreography in 1998. Natalie Rogers-Cropper is an assistant rehearsal director with the Garth Fagan Dance Company and participated in a 2-week residency with NCCC's own Tanzan Dance Group.
Garth Fagan Dance was founded in 1970. It's now in its 40th anniversary. Yay! So it's quite remarkable for any modern dance company to survive for 40 years. And how he did it is because his choreography is exceptional, and the structure of his company, the way he runs it, the way he mentors his dancers, all of that keeps it very tight-knit. The work itself is phenomenal. It's very high energy. It has the loose torso-centered movement you'd find in African and Afro-Caribbean dance. It has the speed and agility of ballet. It has groundbreaking rules that you'd find in postmodern dance. And it has a lot of the use of space that you'd find in contemporary work. I'm sharing the Fagan technique, and I'm teaching them an excerpt from a piece called From Before, which was choreographed in 1984. This is a piece based on the ancestry, a celebration of the history and ancestry of Garth Fagan. So you'll see elements in the piece that allude to modern African ballet, African Caribbean, and ethnic dance, as it were. It is a piece that's very powerful, and I thought that this would be an appropriate piece to bring here because it's a signature piece of Mr. Fagan. It's world-renowned. It's been reviewed all over the world, and it's also very challenging. I think the dancers here did exceptionally well. I feel that their eyes are opened, and you can see that they understand dance a whole lot more just from the experience of working with a professional and in a professional, a piece that has been toured internationally as well. They've worked really hard. I think I've never seen anyone kind of give up. They all want to do it, and they all feel, okay, let me listen and try and get this. So I have to commend Kim Canerum for teaching kids how to be here, be on time, go through the rehearsal for 3 hours, and to stick it out, because there's a lot to learn, and they have a lot to learn in a short time. So I really feel excited. I think their reaction was that, okay, bring it on. You know, the dancers got to where they are right now because of 2 weeks of hard work. There's no other way to dance. You just have to do it that way.
Paul Lamont is a senior producer at WNED-TV in Buffalo, who has written and produced several major historical documentaries for PBS. He is also an alumnus of NCCC and he comes back each semester to speak to our digital media students, sharing his insights about the field of video production.
I had always been interested in TV and filmmaking, and documentary always was kind of close to my heart for some reason. And so when I came to NCTRIP, I had had a little bit of experience having volunteered at the local community cable access in Lockport. But I chose NCTRIP because of the hands-on experience. As I moved on in my career, I could take all those things that I learned, all the different aspects, be it, right now I'm a producer-director, but I learned how to shoot, learned how to edit, learned how to write. That's one of the biggest things that a lot of people forget is you really have to be a good writer to do these things.
Paul is currently working on a documentary about the siege of Fort Erie during the War of 1812.
What I'm working on right now, just finishing up post-production actually, is something on the war. It's about the war, not about the War of 1812, but it's about the siege of Fort Erie, which took place. It was during the War of 1812. It was in the summer of August. It was in the summer of 1814, and it was really part of the Niagara campaign, which was perhaps the bloodiest campaign of the war, and it saw some of the most destruction during the War of 1812, really affected families and communities and livelihoods on both sides of the border. It was probably one of the more complex shoots that I've ever done. Normally I go out with a crew of, it's like me, a cinematographer and an audio person, perhaps an associate producer, into the field. This one, though, was extremely complex in the fact that we had to enlist the help of a reenactment director, coordinator, a casting person, makeup, wardrobe, and to make it even more difficult, the siege itself took place at night. So a good deal of our shooting had to take place during the nighttime. Also, there was a huge explosion that pretty much put an end to the siege. And we literally had to blow up Fort Erie. So we had to hire a pyrotechnics crew, a special effects crew to pull that off. And it really turned out really quite nice. I'm kind of proud of it.
At NCCC, we try to keep it enjoyable and fun for our students. Lewis Paul of Lewis Paul Productions was on campus to provide a little midday relief by making some custom balloon creations for students. Motivational speaker, entertainer, and more particularly mind reader Robert Channing was also on campus to wow a full cafeteria. Robert brought up several members of the audience and amazed everyone with his spectacular mind reading capabilities, even when completely blindfolded. Coming up, shrimp, pork, and pie. Oh my! Our chef Mark Mastriner serves up some different Easter dinner options.